My next guest is a flyweight contender from California, and you can catch his next bout on October 6th at LFA 169 in Dallas, Texas, where he'll be taking on Alden Coria. He joins me right now, Mr. Aaron Lafarge. Aaron, welcome to the show, my friend. Glad we could do this.
Yes, thank you for having me, Tyler. I mean, you got a good show going, so just happy to be on it right here.
Hey, you're an LFA flyweight. LFA flyweights come through this show at one point or another. I mean, that is the division that I pay very close attention to because all of you guys are very technical, very highly skilled. If you don't know how to wrestle, if you don't know how to grapple, you are not going to survive in a place like the LFA. And I was hoping we could start there. A lot of movement in the LFA. There's a new champion, Cody Davis. You're getting back into the fold. I won't talk too much about Cody, but I know that's a fight that you want. But your thoughts just in general about this flyweight class in LFA? There are a lot of really good guys in it.
Yeah, Tyler, I'm just happy for the opportunity LFA gave me. It's something that I placed what I would have liked to fight before, but previously I'd fought in another tough promotion, and before that, like you brought up Cody, I'd fought Cody. So I mean, I bring in nine. This will be my ninth fight, so I'm bringing some experience to LFA. It's not like I'm 4 or 5 fights in, and I'm pretty seasoned, and I have a pretty long wrestling background, boxing background. I've competed, so yeah. I mean, I'm happy to be here and on the platform. So I think I'm going to bring some excitement to the LFA cage for sure.
Can we talk a little bit about Alden Correa? This is a guy that you've been linked up with for some time. You were supposed to fight earlier this year. And for you, like when you get ready to finally make this walk, it'll be roughly a year since your last fight. I know that wasn't by design. I know that's just how it ended up working out. But what was it in your
Right.
mind that made you say yes to Correa again? Fight falls through. Some people would have just moved on, but you agreed to take it again. And I'm just curious, what is it about this matchup that you like that made you want to say yes for the second time?
Yeah, so the fight just kind of fell through the first time, and obviously I had to chill up, get work on, take care of some things on my end. But then his name popped up again, and then it kind of went away. They were like, "Oh, we don't know if the date's gonna or something along those lines, the date or something." And then I kind of prepared for his style. I kept working on my striking, kept doing jujitsu. I just was kept training. After I was able to get fully, I kept training, and then finally his name came up again. So I'm like, shoot, let's run this.
And when you look at Alden Correa, like I look at him, I look at his body of work. He's a young guy. He's pretty impressive. The losses that he's taken, like he's only lost to good guys. He hasn't lost to anybody that sucks or anything like that. Like he's losing to like
Mhm.
top guys. I look at him. He's a young, promising guy. I look at you. You've only lost to good guys as well. So from a matchmaking standpoint, I think this bout makes a ton of sense. And for you, I was hoping I could ask the last time I saw you was the James Clark fight. What's changed in your game since the Clark fight to now?
Well, everything. I think everything, and my mindset too. My mindset is stronger. I think my team is stronger. I don't want to get into too much detail, but there's been a lot of changes on my end, and I've only focused, like, my mindset is just is where it basically needs to be. I think there was a lot of things going on previously, but like I said, I'm not trying to get into too much detail. But right now, I'm just focused on the task at hand, 100% dialed in. And I've gotten sharper. Um, I realized there were some things that happened because in that James fight, it was 1-1 going into the third, and I mean the striking was. I mean, I felt more than fine on the feet. So it was like a minor mistake, and we'd be having a different conversation right now. And I get a win over James, a two promotion champion. So that would have been a huge win. But that was the outcome. So I had to look myself in the mirror and be like, hey, what are some serious changes? What are things I need to add? And that's what we did. My coaches see the same thing. One of my coaches I was out there with me sees like some things we could add on the striking end, some more knees and things like that. But yeah, just a brief summary, that's what it is. So
Do you feel, Aaron, like going into this fight that maybe you're under the radar a little bit, that people really aren't talking about you or really like thinking about you as much as they should have?
Without a doubt. I think before I even got into MMA, I had a lot of experience. I've been in rooms with Dillashaw, with Archuleta, with Dominic Cruz, with like some high level talent. Henry Cejudo. I have a friend over there that I wrestled with in college, and then look at the guys I fought, and then everybody in the LA area, Southern California. My first loss split was complete terrible decision, and lost. Cody Davis was questionable. They're like, "Dang, you took him down. You kind of outstruck him. You left without a scratch. You didn't really do much damage. Like, and then my last fight was 1-1 with a two promotion champion. I ended up losing in a third round off of a certain scramble. But, so I've never been finished, I've only been cut one time in a fight. I'm highly under the radar, I believe. So I feel like another opportunity for me to come out and show who I am. I got pop in my hands. I could wrestle. So I think you're going to see that with against Alden Coria. I think he's a slick little fighter and he's good, but I've faced his style a lot, especially in the boxing gym. I've been boxing for a long time since I was a teenager. So I've sparred Golden Glove national champions, ringside national champions, and they had that kind of that little slick movement. So I know exactly to you know how to get him to bite and react a certain way. Even if he wants to come forward, I could fight too. I love to fight. That's why we're in here, right? That's why we're in this business. So
These are my words, Aaron, not yours. My words. So I want to put this out there. This is my opinion, so people can either take it or leave it. This fight's in Dallas. You're fighting a Texas guy. And if I'm you, if I'm in
yeah.
your corner, I'm like, Aaron, you need to finish this guy because if this goes to a decision, you are not going to get this. You're not going to get it. They're not going to give it to you. That's just the way it is. Some people will roll their eyes at me when I say that, but that's just my opinion. And I'm just kind of wondering for you in your mindset as you approach this guy, is that kind of in your mind like, I got to finish this guy to get this win?
Um, I mean, I don't really see it that much. I don't really see it that way. I just feel like if I do my job and I do it to the best of my ability, I could beat anybody, right? Like, so like I said, I was a few minutes away for beating a two promotion champion. Now it's like, hey, we made some adjustments. Alden's never even fought in a title fight. He's never even held a professional belt. We got James Clark right here who's fought 3 straight title bouts. Like the guy's been in there. And put some time in the cage, right? So he fought in Singapore and like they fight 4 times in a day or something. So this guy had a lot of experience. He was able to make those adjustments, and I think we've made adjustments, and Alden's going to see there's levels to this game, whether finishing him or not. There's levels to this game. So I know he's got a good camp there, and he's got a good sparring partner, but I'm not fighting his sparring partner. I'm not fighting his coach. I'm not fighting some other guy that's in the UFC that's on his team. I'm fighting him. And as you can see, he's been dropped in fights. He's been finished in fights. His record is good, but he's fought very like guys where he was supposed to beat. I've only fought in dogs the last 3 fights. So, I even fought a guy from Israel who was like on a 4-fight win streak, like finishing people, and was a champion himself. Fought in Bellator. So it's like, yeah, this is new. LFA is new to. I'm new to LFA, but I'm not new to the fight game.
Completely understand. And I wanted to ask you, Aaron, you get this win that bumps your record up to 6-3. And it seems to me like you would have like a lot of opportunities with a win over this guy. And I kind of wanted to ask, like, if all goes according to plan, do you want to try to squeeze one in there before the end of the year, or like, what are your thoughts as far as what's next?
Well, I'm happy. I've signed with a new management, and that's the goal just in general is just to stay busy, to really to make this happen. It's fortunately things happen in the past, but like I said, I'm not here to talk about the past. So I signed with a new management, and we're both on the same page. So that's huge, and especially in this business. So we're on the same page, and yeah, I'm looking to start with Alden. This is the starting point right here.
Well, I have one final question for you, and it's simply this: October 6th, LFA 169, Dallas, Texas. What can people like me expect when we watch you make that walk here in a couple weeks?
Well, I'm just a well-rounded fighter. So, I mean, I like you said, I got knockouts on my record. I got finishes on my record. I've dropped people. I've outgrinded people. So, I mean, you could expect some fireworks. That's for sure. Um, yeah, tune in, Tyler, and anybody watching this, tune in, and I'm coming. LFA, I'm here. So, and I'm here to. Hey,
Ladies and gentlemen, make sure that you tune in to UFC Fight Pass on October 6th to watch Aaron Lafarge. He'll be going up against Alden Coria at LFA 169. Should be an exciting fight. Aaron, I want to give you the mic for the one final time. If there's anyone out there that you'd like to thank, or if you have any sponsors you need to talk about, let's do it.
First off, I just want to thank you, Todd, for having me on, and I want to thank just all my sponsors, my teammates, Millennia MMA, down here in Southern California, my Muay Thai coach, my boxing coach, my yeah, all my teammates, my sponsors. Got a couple: Hindsight, Active, Dom Real Estate, and OC Fight Docs, Kessler Wellness, as well. That's it, Tyler. Thank you for your time, Tyler.
Perfect. Well, I wish you the best of skill at LFA 169. I look forward to having you back on the show real soon.
All right, Tyler. Thank you. Appreciate it. Have a good one.